one of the pieces of feedback I get given with the Genus team is they're not like normal accountants, which technically worries me, but in terms of from a social side, it is really pleasing, because we've got to sort of try and fill that role between the business owner and whoever's in-house doing the detail. So the way in which you communicate needs to be different for those different audiences. But it's also being there to be, with empathy when required. So if something's not gone right in business, you can't just plough in and just go from a script just to, this is what the figures are taking it. You need to be able to read that and provide that advice and support. Part of it is when we're recruiting, we're recruiting to fit those skill sets. So again, if someone's very introverted but technically very good, they're not necessarily the right fit for this team. Obviously, within the realm of accounting, there's plenty of work which they can do. A lot of it is the closeness of the team. So like I say, it's a dozen people, so we can share good experiences, share bad experiences. We're trying to get better at the training. So again, we're trying to find, if you like, we've been guilty of trying to, we're an accountant, we can therefore do it and train our own, whereas actually third-party training is better with this. It is, yes, buddying up with the more junior members of staff, and it's trying to lead by example. So if there's something that's gone right or wrong with a client, it's explaining, right, this is what I've done and why I've done it. It's often not something you can be taught, but it's just trying to relate it to personal circumstances as well. So again, we'll have people saying, right, you remember when you went through this yourself, this is the equivalent of what the business owner is feeling in the moment. So it might be just that things like moving house, so the stress you felt with that. Well, if someone's cash flow problem, it's the same sort of anxiety. You're relating on things that are sometimes outside your control. You want them to get it sorted as soon as possible, but you sometimes feel helpless. So if you like any formal advice, if you like advice face to face with the client, is by managers or directors or partners. So you've got that experience there. But it's making sure that the more junior members of staff are exposed to that and asking them what they think, probably in private first of all. We're saying, this is a scenario, what do you think we should do? And it's just sort of building their confidence there. It's making sure they're involved. So if we're in meetings, bringing them into the conversation rather than just being sat in the corner being quiet. But it's, for me, the advice isn't a one-way street. So it's a conversation with the client. So you're almost working it out together rather than me just dictating this is what you should do. Because there might be operational reasons why the advice we're giving doesn't fit for them, and that's their opportunity to voice it. Because they say, right, yeah, what you need to do is cut your staff costs. Yeah, brilliant advice, but if you can't, then if you don't have enough staff to then do the work, it's horrible. So yeah, you might challenge and keep challenging, but like I say, it's that partnership. You've got to develop that business together.